Imagine, for a moment, waking up not in your familiar world, but in one whispered about only in myth. A world of secret landscapes and impossible geographies, where the rules of nature as we know them seem to bend and twist. Picture cliffs that weep waterfalls of pure acid and trees that bleed crimson sap. These are not fantasies. They are real, tangible places hidden away in the deepest folds of our planet's surface, waiting patiently for the curious and the brave. It may surprise you to learn that what we see in glossy magazines and celebrated documentaries represents a mere fraction of our planet's wonders. It's estimated that only 3% of Earth's most exceptional places have been truly documented and shared with the world. The rest, a staggering 97%, remain shrouded in mystery, their stories untold, their beauty unwitnessed by the wider world. These are corners of the Earth so remote, so challenging to reach, that even the most intrepid explorers of National Geographic have yet to fully capture their essence. So, I invite you to join me now, as we pull back the curtain on this hidden world. Forget the well-trodden paths and the familiar vistas. We are about to embark on a journey to 6 of the most mind-bending, little-known natural wonders our planet has to offer. These are places that challenge our understanding of what is possible, places that hold the ancient, raw power of creation itself. Prepare to see the Earth as you have never seen it before. Our first destination takes us to the Andaman coast of Thailand, to a peninsula accessible only by boat, known as Railay. Here, the very air carries a story. As you approach, a unique scent greets you, not just the salt of the sea, but a distinct metallic tang of rusty iron, emanating from the minerals that streak the towering limestone cliffs in shades of orange and red. These colossal karsts, some reaching hundreds of meters into the sky, are not merely geological formations. They are sacred pillars in the lives of the local communities who have lived in their shadow for generations. For centuries, these cliffs have been the exclusive domain of 2 groups: the local fishermen, who read the tides and weather by the way the waves crash against their bases, and a secretive community of climbers. The climbers have developed their own traditions, their own silent language of holds and roots passed down through a close-knit fraternity. They move with a grace born of deep respect for the rock, understanding its every crack and crevice, a knowledge far removed from the guidebooks and chalk bags of visiting tourists. Their connection to this place is profound, spiritual. Life here is governed by the dramatic rhythm of the tides. At low tide, vast sandbanks are exposed, creating new pathways and revealing hidden caves. But when the tide returns, it does so with astonishing speed, reclaiming the land and isolating beaches from one another. It is a powerful daily reminder of nature's dominion. And amidst this raw beauty, one must also contend with the peninsula's more mischievous inhabitants, long-tailed macaque monkeys who have adapted to the influx of visitors with cunning ingenuity, becoming notorious for their skill in pilfering anything left unattended, with a particular fondness for sunscreen. These elements combine to create a place that is both breathtakingly beautiful and subtly challenging. It is a landscape that demands your full attention, rewarding those who take the time to look beyond the postcard image. The scent of iron, the ancient climbing routes, the relentless pulse of the ocean, and the watchful eyes of the macaques. This is the true multisensory experience of Railay, a world where humanity and nature exist in a delicate and sometimes comical balance. We travel now to the wild, windswept coast of County Donegal in Ireland, a land of myth and rugged beauty. Here, hidden from the main tourist trails and known only to a handful of locals, stands a geological marvel only recently brought to the attention of the wider world: the Great Paulet Arch. This is not the gentle, weathered sandstone of more famous arches. It is forged from Donegal quartzite, a metamorphic rock of incredible hardness and resilience, shot through with veins of shimmering mica that catch the fleeting Irish sun. Its very existence is a testament to the relentless power of the Atlantic. Its recent discovery is a curious tale. While known to local families for centuries, it remained off all official maps and geological surveys until a wandering photographer stumbled upon it just a few years ago. For the people who live here, it has never been a secret, but rather a vital part of their lives. It serves as a natural barometer, a tool for predicting the notoriously fickle Irish weather. They say that when the wind howls through its opening with a particular high-pitched whistle, a storm is no more than a few hours away. To stand beneath the arch is to feel the raw energy of this coastline. The wind is a constant companion, carrying the salty spray of the ocean far inland. It is a sound that is both musical and menacing, a constant reminder of the forces that carve this magnificent structure from the bedrock. The ground underfoot is perpetually damp, a spongy carpet of ever-soggy Irish peat, which releases its own earthy, ancient scent when compressed. It's a landscape that engages all the senses, demanding sturdy boots and a respect for the elements. This is not a place for the casual visitor. Reaching it requires navigating unmarked coastal paths and timing your visit with the tides. But the reward is a profound sense of discovery, of witnessing something that feels primeval and untouched. The Great Pollard Arch is more than just a rock formation. It is a living, breathing part of the Irish coast, a whispering oracle of quartzite and wind, holding the secrets of the sea in its majestic curve. Our journey now takes us into the brilliant blue of the Aegean Sea, to the Greek island of Milos. Here, along the southern coast, lies a place steeped in legend and forged by volcanic fire, Kleftiko. From a distance, it appears as a cluster of monolithic white cliffs rising starkly from the turquoise water. But these are no ordinary cliffs. They are composed of floating pumice, so light and porous that they seem to defy gravity, creating a surreal, almost dreamlike seascape that has been a sanctuary and a trap for sailors for millennia. For centuries, this labyrinth of sea caves and hidden archways was the notorious hideout of pirates. The name Kleftiko itself is derived from the Greek word for thief. Here, they could conceal their ships from passing merchant vessels, using the complex network of tunnels to launch surprise attacks and vanish without a trace. It is said they developed a secret whistling code, a series of specific notes that would echo through the caves, allowing them to communicate with one another, signaling safety, danger, or the approach of a potential prize. The volcanic origins of Milos are ever present at Kleftiko. The water in some of the more secluded coves is warmed by geothermal vents, creating natural hot springs hidden within the cool, dark caves. Exploring this area requires more than just a boat. It requires an intimate knowledge of the sea. The currents here are treacherous and unpredictable, shifting with the wind and tide. Timing is absolutely critical. A passage that is safe one moment can become a churning, impassable vortex the next, a lesson the ancient pirates knew all too well. To navigate the waters of Kleftiko today is to sail through history. As your boat glides through a towering stone archway into a hidden lagoon, you can almost hear the faint echo of that secret whistling code. You can imagine the tension and excitement of the men who called this otherworldly landscape home. It is a place where geology and human history are inextricably linked. A dazzling white maze of pumice and sapphire water that still holds the rebellious spirit of the pirates of the Aegean. We now venture deep into the heart of Patagonia, in Argentina, to a place where the rules of water are, well, totally rewritten. This is the Agrio waterfall, or Salto del Agrio. Long before you see it, you smell it. A sharp, pungent scent of sulfur hangs heavy in the air, a warning that this is no ordinary cascade. The river that feeds it flows from the nearby Copihu volcano, and its waters are not pure but highly acidic, carrying a cocktail of minerals that makes it one of the most unique rivers on Earth. The water itself is a startling sight. It's not the clear blue or glacial white one expects in Patagonia, but a milky, yellowish torrent. This acidity prevents most life from surviving in its stream. However, it is a paradise for a select few extremophile bacteria. These remarkable organisms thrive in conditions that would be lethal to almost anything else, and it is they who contribute to the vibrant, almost psychedelic colors staining the rocks. Layers of yellow, orange, and deep red paint the canyon walls, a vivid tapestry created by microscopic life. For the indigenous Mapuche people, this place holds deep spiritual significance. Legend tells that the waterfall was created in a battle between powerful spirits, and its acidic nature is the result of the volcano's lingering anger. They have revered and respected this site for generations, understanding its power long before science could explain it. The environment here is harsh, with freezing Patagonian winters, often encasing the waterfall's edges in ice, creating a stark and beautiful contrast between the frozen stillness and the churning acidic flow. Standing before the Agrio waterfall is a humbling and slightly unnerving experience. The roar of the water is immense, and the sulfurous air catches in your throat. It is a visceral reminder of the powerful and sometimes dangerous geological forces that are constantly shaping our world from beneath our feet. This is not a place for swimming or drinking, but for bearing witness to one of nature's most extreme and beautiful chemical experiments. Our penultimate destination takes us to the Hunan province of China, to a landscape so otherworldly it seems plucked from science fiction. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a breathtaking vertical labyrinth of thousands of pillar-like sandstone formations. These quartz sandstone spires rise hundreds of meters towards the sky, remnants of a geological uplift and millennia of erosion. It's a forest not of trees, but of stone, creating a three-dimensional maze that defies conventional navigation. For the ancient inhabitants of this region, these pillars were not obstacles, but pathways to the heavens. They developed extraordinary climbing traditions, scaling the sheer vertical faces with little more than courage and an intimate knowledge of the rock. These traditions persist today, though they are now overshadowed by a marvel of modern engineering. Here, you will find the Beilong Elevator, the world's fastest and tallest outdoor glass elevator, which whisks visitors up the side of a cliff in under 2 minutes, offering a dizzying and unparalleled perspective of this stone jungle. The character of Zhangjiajie is ever-changing, dictated by the weather and the time of day. In the wet season, waterfalls appear as if from nowhere, cascading down the sandstone walls in shimmering curtains, their flow as unpredictable as their origin. But perhaps the most magical time is at dawn. On a calm morning, a thick sea of clouds fills the valleys, leaving only the very tops of the pillars visible, like a fleet of islands floating in a vast white ocean. It is a profoundly serene and mystical sight. To be here is to feel utterly dwarfed by the scale and strangeness of nature. Whether you are ascending in a glass box at astonishing speed or walking a misty path at the base of these giants, the feeling is the same, one of awe. Zhangjiajie is a powerful testament to the patient, artistic hand of erosion, a place that blurs the line between the real and the imagined, and it's no wonder it has inspired artists and filmmakers for generations. For our final wonder, we journey to a place so isolated it is often called the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean. This is Socotra Island, part of Yemen, an arc of life that has been separated from mainland Africa for millions of years. This long isolation has resulted in a flora and fauna so unique that over a third of its plant life is found nowhere else on Earth. To set foot on Socotra is to feel as though you have traveled not across the sea, but back in time, or perhaps to another planet entirely. Life here is shaped by extremity. The island is battered by fierce monsoon winds for several months a year, cutting it off completely from the outside world. To survive, the native Socotri people have developed an extraordinary resilience and a deep understanding of their environment. They speak their own ancient, unwritten Semitic language, Socotri, a tongue that holds generations of knowledge about the island's secrets. Their survival techniques are a masterclass in adaptation, from harvesting medicinal plants to finding water in the arid landscape. The most iconic symbol of Socotra is the dragon's blood tree. With its bizarre umbrella-shaped canopy and thick trunk, it looks like something from a fantasy novel. When its bark is cut, it exudes a deep red resin, the dragon's blood of its name, which has been prized since antiquity as a dye, an incense, and a medicine. Alongside these are the bloated bottle trees and the cucumber trees, all part of a botanical collection that defies belief. This is a world without the familiar comforts of modernity. There are few paved roads, limited electricity, and a reliance on community and tradition. Socotra is more than an island. It is a living museum of biological singularity. It is a fragile masterpiece of evolution, a place where the story of life has taken a beautifully strange and different path. To witness the dragon's blood trees silhouetted against a setting sun is to see one of the planet's greatest and most vulnerable treasures. A powerful reminder of the preciousness of isolation and the unique forms life can take when left to its own devices. We have journeyed from the iron-scented cliffs of Thailand to the otherworldly shores of Socotra, glimpsing but a few of the secrets our planet holds. These 6 places are not just destinations, they are invitations. They are a challenge to everything we think we know about natural beauty. The world is not fully mapped, not completely understood. Its most profound wonders are often not the ones on the covers of magazines, but those that lie hidden, waiting in the quiet corners of the earth, their stories carried on the wind and whispered by the tides. I encourage you, not necessarily to book a ticket to these remote locations, but to cultivate a sense of wonder for the unknown that exists all around you. Seek out the path less traveled in your own part of the world. Look closer at the familiar. The spirit of exploration is not about conquering nature, but about listening to it. The earth still keeps so many secrets, and there is a deep beauty and humility in respecting that. The greatest treasures are those that remain just beyond our full grasp. Our planet's capacity to create, to surprise, and to inspire is truly infinite. It is a world of acid waterfalls, whispering arches, and trees that bleed. And the most incredible part is that for every wonder we have documented, thousands more remain unseen, unheard, and unfelt. The age of discovery is not over. In many ways, it has only just begun. The Earth is still a world of magic for those with the eyes to see it.